Why does it like delete my mic every time I close this program? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Do 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 do. Every time I close this stupid OBS, I come back in and my mic's gone. Why? Why? I guess you can't complain too much when it's free, right? Right, people? What's up, foos? It's been a minute since I did one of these, Bennett. All right, good. This one's gonna be long. I'm telling y'all that right now. So get your popcorn, get your drink on, and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share if you can. Please do. I'm looking at my stack that's right here. There's 2 stacks. Stacks, get it? And massive. And I just want the Wii deniers to diss my Wii gaming collection and tell me where the shovelware is, because I've long said that the Wii has a plethora of core titles that are often ignored for whatever reasons, just to try to bring it down in all of its greatness. And I will not stand for that. But do you have Epic Mickey? Of course. I don't think there's a game that you can name, Larry, or anyone else, that I don't have for Wii. I'm sure there's a few. I mean, I don't have the entire collection, so there's tons of games. But I'm thinking about games that gamers care about, fans, core gamers, what we care about. So. So yes, of course. This is get your pencil and pen. If you're a collector or something, or just a fan of the Wii and want to know what's good, what's out there, get your pencil and paper, or your pen and paper together, and get your list going as I go through these titles. And I will tell you, a quick, not review, but a quick ranking or my assessment of it. I don't really, I didn't collect for the Wii like, I had to, buy garbage games just to put it in my collection. So pretty much everything you're going to see, sans a couple, maybe 4 to 5 titles or so, is going to be like core games or games that I wanted to play. And I have played. I've played everything on this list. Everything you see, I've played. I can't say that I've beaten them all. Some games aren't for beating. But most of the ones that are for beating, I've definitely gone through. So I don't really have much backlog on Wii. There's a few games, but not many. I played the hell out of my Wii. The Wii brought me back to gaming. During the GameCube era, I wasn't really into gaming, focused on gaming. I was pretty much about to be done. So right at the end of my high school years, and basically in the middle of my college years, I was about to be done with gaming. I had more important things to worry about, and so I was about to quit. So after Super Nintendo, I was going to be done, but N64 definitely revitalized my gaming for me. And same thing with during GameCube, PS2, Xbox era, I kind of was like, whatever. Um, I was kind of doing my thing. I was doing shows, and I was going to school, and my life was pretty busy, so I wasn't doing a whole lot of gaming. But in the middle of college for me, when the Wii came out, I got back into gaming again. So, and this was a great console for that. Although some people will tell you or try to tell you, nah, the Wii ain't about that, but you'll see. Um, T, you picking up Age of Calamity? Is that a serious question, Inglorious? Is that a serious question? Of course, I'm picking up Age of Calamity. No sound. Yeah, that was before. What's up, says Zeno, and what's up, Inglorious? By the way, long time no see. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while, so I haven't live streamed in a while. I want to get back to it. I need to touch my dreads up too. I already answered Larry on Epic Mickey. Olu TV or OLU TV. Off topic, does anyone remember product number 3 for GameCube? Of course. Go watch my GameCube collection video, and you'll see product number 3. Pretty cool game from Capcom, part of the Capcom 5. Wii was weak era for me, says Olu. Oh, that's just too bad. That's too bad. I'm gonna maybe because when I show my Wii games, people are like, "Oh, that was there? Oh, really? They had that?" People are surprised because they allowed themselves to get focused on the shovelware, to get caught up in it's a game console for grandmas and soccer moms and stuff, and didn't realize all of the really great games that were there that were for us gamers. Because, a lot of people, oh, that's the Wii is when Nintendo left the gamers. I'm like, really? Because my collection would beg to differ. My game library would beg to differ. But that's what we're going to get into, man. So let's do that right now. Because it's going to be long. Like I said, get your drink ready. get your popcorn. Whatever you got to snack on, get your snack. And we're going to get into it. For me, it was a drought after launch. Really? A drought on the Wii? All right, well, we're going to get into it. All right, first we're going to start off with hardware, like I always like to do. So, I'm going to show you, I have 2 Wii consoles. I'll show you my, a little dusty because it was in the closet there. This is my launch day Wii console, still works. There's something funny going on with the what do you call the AV output. Sometimes it act like it doesn't want to work, but it still works. So this is my day one Wii console. As you can see, there's some stickers on it. I think I got this either in. I'm guessing I got these stickers from Nintendo Power, and I slapped them on here. A little dusty, a little crusty, but this is the Wii I got day one. Still works fine. As you know, there's your power reset button up top there. It's going to be hard to see because the light. Let me see if I get closer. There you go. You can kind of see. Power reset. You guys know what you're looking at here. Then you have your SD card slot and your sync button in there. And then your eject button at the bottom. One of the cool features I saw, or they showed off pretty early on, was the little blue light. I thought it was going to always be on when you powered on your Wii. Or when it was just sitting off, but only when you get notifications. So like if you play the game, and it will have like your gaming for the day, your time or whatever, You get a little blue indicator light for that from Wii Connect 24, which was cool. Finally, Nintendo stepped into online gaming seriously. Well, as seriously as they would do it. And so yeah, there you go. And you have two USBs on the back. You have your AV, and you have your what do you call it? The sensor bar connector or slot, and then your power cord. It has an internal AC adapter. It's internal, so you just have the cord or whatever, right? Or no? No. This one doesn't. You do actually have a brick. I can't remember. Haven't had it in a while. Haven't had it out in a while. So you do have a brick. But yeah, really nice compact design. And obviously up top is your GameCube area. So you get your GameCube controller ports, all four, and then you have your two memory card slots. And this is your GameCube. And so honestly, when I got this, I kind of retired my GameCube. I quit playing it as much unless I wanted to play Game Boy Advance or my Game Boy player. Olu says, I missed the Wii Virtual Console and Wii Shop Music. Can you go through Wii U? Maybe not. I think it's all completely gone now. But I recorded it because I also missed it too. So I would also, because I knew it was going away, so I recorded the shop music to keep myself. And but you can find it online anyway. So GC controller ports were legendary inclusion. Yeah, instantly. It was already a pretty cheap console. I think it was $249 when it came out. So that adding GameCube backwards compatibility instantly super valued this console, and it was a no-brainer to buy this at launch because instantly I could play my GameCube games on it. They went right in the slot and they worked perfectly. All right, so there's my white one and here's my black one, my sleeker one. This one's a fingerprint, and you can see scratches. Same deal. They did release some models of the Wii that didn't have the backwards compatibility in it. And there was one model, I forgot what, it's like a red trimming, really different looking, that didn't have online functionality, which was super confusing. Because that was a big part of the system, is having all that stuff. The Wii Connect and stuff. So I don't know why you would even touch that. All right, now controller. One of the greatest controller designs of all time as far as I'm concerned. Here's my black Wii Remote nunchuck. So you have your nunchuck for your analog movement, and you have your pointer for your Wii Motion stuff. And the analog, this also had Wii Motion capabilities as well. And then there's your beautiful Wii Remote. This is the, what do you call it? Wii Motion Plus one. So this is the one that has like one-to-one motion, where the original day one Wii Remote didn't have that. It was more waggle and pointer, but this one could sense you, coming in, coming out, back and forth. 3D space basically, and love this. Very comfortable, very perfect feeling for those people who have TVs. It's just like holding a remote in your hand. And this was a great design and very relaxing. You can kind of kick back and just kind of do your thing that way. You don't have to be stuck to controllers like this, and that's the only way they play. But you just kind of chill and point and kind of lay back. This is great comfortable controller. So there's my black Wii Remote and nunchuck. Here is, well, I'll keep it together for now. Here is the gold Wii Remote Plus that came with Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm all off the camera here. So there you go. Really nice and clean. Mine actually stopped working. This controller actually stopped working. So I took another controller and just took the guts out and put it in because I like this controller. This is the only one, for whatever weird reason, just stopped working. And so since I like this, I just found an old controller and gutted it and put the innards inside this shell, because really cool shell. But yeah, here's the game, obviously, that it came with. Came in that box. Nice shiny gold. Came with the Symphony soundtrack CD. So there you go. Love that game. But yeah, Wii Remote nunchuck for that. I have tons of Wii Remotes and nunchucks, but I'm not going to show you them all. Here's another. Here's the white one. This is a standard, and it's like got crap all over it. And you notice that. All right. This is the standard one it comes with, and yeah, same deal. Here's some extras because the Wii is all about, you know, playing with a bunch of people. That's what made it so cool. All right, so let me see. I don't get too far from where you guys are. You can play arcade. What's that you're saying there, Juanito? You can play Arcade House of the Dead on Wii still. Can't even do that now. Firing at the TV with your zapper. Yeah, because CRTs for, you know, light gun games, you needed a CRT. But it wasn't until Wii that you didn't need a CRT. You can do it on your HD TV. I'll get to that in a minute when you start seeing my games though. So I don't want to go too much into that. But yeah, good point there, Juanito. For me, it was it was Twilight Princess, then nothing for months. Really? Anyway, let's like the video, folks. True that. Hit the like if you haven't hit it already. I missed the Virtual Console Wii Shop Music. I read that already. Zeno, what are you saying here? Did you pop GC port covers off on purpose, or did it just happen? Honestly, I don't remember. I think I popped it off and I just kind of lost it. It didn't happen. I'm sure I have this slot somewhere. They're not lost. But I'll find them. So yeah, I still have them somewhere. All right. More hardware. Here is a GameCube style controller. With Yoshi themed. There you go. It's kind of nasty. Didn't clean. It's been put away for a while, so I didn't clean it or anything. And this goes into your Wii remote right there. This is always kind of a weird thing because this is how you played wirelessly, and so then you could use this controller that way by plugging it in to your Wii remote. Pretty cool. And here is the, they call this the Pro Wii Remote Classic Pro or something. The Wii Classic Pro controller or something like that. Basically a Super Nintendo style controller for your Super Nintendo games, but it still gives you dual analog. Man, this is bright. It still gives you dual analog. So you have all your Super Nintendo buttons and all that stuff to play classic games on the Virtual Console. Great for that. There's also one that I don't have, the other one that has like grips. I think that one's called the Pro. All right. So before Wii Motion Plus came out, controllers came out. They had the Wii Remote or Wii Motion Plus adapter. So you plug this into your regular Wii remote. Let's see. Plug that into your regular Wii remote, and that'll give you Wii Motion Plus functionality. So now you have it in a regular Wii remote. See, this is a regular one, as it doesn't have the insignia on the bottom. You plug that in, now you have Wii Motion Plus. So I bought that before I got the Wii Motion Plus controllers. And then you also have your Wii Remote condoms. And these give you grip, they're rubber. But they felt, to add comfort, you put these on. But the annoying thing was that, see, this is the one for the Plus. So you put the Plus down in there. That's why it's longer than the regular one, as you can see. So it has more room to put your Wii Motion Plus down in there. The attachment. And this is just the regular, like I call it, condom. It's a grip. But the thing that sucks is that your battery's died and you have to pull this thing off completely. But again, not a big deal. Not a deal breaker or anything. And here is your AV cable that came with it. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it in time. I don't know where I put it. Maybe it's falling over. All right. Maybe it's in here. Hopefully. Let's see. No, I did that for nothing. All right. I was trying to find my, because I have an HDMI adapter that allows me to play HDMI. It's called the Wii to HDMI. And you plug it in there, and you can put a HDMI cable out of your AV. And it works pretty great. It's a really good, cheap solution. And I use that heavily, big time. So I don't want to take up too much room here, because when we get to the games, I might need somewhere to put them. Yeah. So, let's see. Luigi controller like that. Says Zeno, you had a Luigi controller like my Yoshi one. Cool. I got a red Mario controller like to go with my Mario Wii remote. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, they made a lot of accessories. So, but here is, I'm just going to show this now. The game is coming up later, but this is the kind of special edition box for the last story. It comes with, I feel like I had a CD in here. Maybe it's not in here. But there's your art book. The game comes in there. Doesn't tell you on the back there, but let's put that off to the side for now. All right, let's get into the games. So, as I said, show me the shovelware. Now, there's going to be a couple of titles that you can probably call somewhat shovely, but still, what do you call it? Still, like, you know, core, just regular video games. You know, maybe a, you know, what are they called? Like low budget, like a, you know, tiny budget games. I do have some of those, but some of those are good, and that's why I have them. The small budget games, the micro budget games. So we'll get into that. Let's start it off with Battalion Wars 2. Battalion Wars is a game for the GameCube. It started off on the GameCube. It was supposed to be a console version of Advance Wars, but then it became its own thing, which I love. I'm glad it's not just Advance Wars for GameCube. It's kind of a 3D strategy action game, which I love, and this is the sequel to it, which is also really good. I got to do a Let's Play or a stream of Battalion Wars. I think I will do that. Love these games. Very underrated. They sold pretty well, both of them, but nobody really talks about Battalion Wars. They talk about Advance Wars, but nobody talks about Battalion Wars, really. Love this series. All right, next up. Also love this series. I'll put these two together. Endless Ocean. Endless Ocean is more of an application and exploration game than it is just like a regular game, but it's adventure underwater. This is one of the cool games that allowed you to rip your own music tracks and play it in the game. So you could rip music to your SD card and then play the music in these games. This is one of the few games that allowed you to do that. So, and here's Blue World, the sequel, also really good. Love these games. All right. GHD is dead channel. I want to see this Wii collection. Well, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're here for. No, this. I was gonna say this is on Switch, right? But no, this is not the one they ported to Switch. This is Fishing Resort. You know, not unlike the Wii Resort game. What is it called? Oh, Wii Sports Resort. Duh. But you know, it's a little different. It's an adventure game where you're at this resort and you get to do all these kind of mini games and you just have fun. It's a relaxing, cool game. You can go boating and all kinds of stuff. So, very good game from Exceed. Publisher, I don't think they developed it. Let's see. Bandai Namco developed it. So, there you go. Good game. Really good game. I think it might be getting pricey. I'm not sure. Yeah. Tales of Symphonia. Love this game. This is the second one? Because you had Tales of Symphonia on GameCube. That one's probably a little better than this, than Dawn of New World. But I like them both. Really good JRPGs. I think I had some gameplay on this recently on my channel. I can't remember, but yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So this one is getting a release that everybody's so excited for on the Switch. A new game in this series, Bakugan. Bakugan. Everybody loves Bakugan. Everybody was waiting to see what game was going to be coming. What's this guy's name? They did all the 2D games, the Shantae games. They were working on a new game. Everybody got really excited, and they found out it was Bakugan, and that excitement just went away. But Bakugan's a cool game. I haven't played the new one, but it's cool. I like them. It's fun. It's not like a great game or anything, but it's fun. All right, Ark, Rise of Fantasia. Not great. I mean, it's good though. I'd probably put it in the 70 Metacritic score, if you will, if I was giving it a Metacritic score. I know a good action RPG, or not action RPG, turn-based JRPG. But for whatever reasons, I don't know, man. This game is starting to get pricey. I looked it up, and it was at like $90, and I'm like, really? I guess maybe it's just didn't sell great, and so it's rare, and it's $90 on at least on eBay. I was really surprised by that. The Wii. I finished Pandora's Tower this year. I always seem to go back and find more great stuff on Wii. There's a ton of hidden gems on Wii. A ton. Because a lot of people just, kind of dismiss the Wii. Like I said, they think it was just some workout soccer mom console, but it wasn't. Spyborgs. I believe this was based on a cartoon. I'm not sure, but it's from Capcom. This is a really good looking 2D side-scrolling kind of action adventure game. Really fun. This is a hidden gem for sure. I highly recommend this game. I feel like it's a licensed game. I'm not sure. It doesn't really say on the back. I wasn't into cartoons or anything at this time, so I don't know if it just feels like it was based on a cartoon or something. I don't know. But really good side-scrolling kind of action adventure game. Spyborgs. Spectrobes. I don't remember this game. This is based on some kind of... Okay, battle in real time and use your arsenal of Spectrobes to fight and crawl and save. So this is one of the few games I probably just picked up because I heard it was good. It's Disney licensed game, so probably based on some Disney cartoon or something from back in the day. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's a... It's an adventure game where you do fighting. So I don't remember it though, so I can't really tell you about that one. I do remember this though. Actually, I'll just put these two together. The Blob and the Blob 2. These are currently on Switch. You can get both of them. I think one of them is on PlayStation 3. So that was the first HD version of this game. I think is it the Blob 2? That's on PlayStation 3. I can't remember. But these were ported to Switch not too long ago, and they're physical as well, so you can get the physical versions of them. I haven't played those, so I don't know. But this game is like heavily motion control game, so I don't know how well they work with the Wii remote or with the Switch Joy-Con. But I swear by these games. Love these games. So you're basically like repainting this world. It's like a flat kind of matte colored world, and you're just going through, and it's kind of puzzle-based platformer. So you can get a look at the back here, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. It's a 3D action adventure kind of game with puzzle elements based on painting the world. Very cool. Very cool series. Here we have Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I like this one. I really love the first one. And I believe this was also on PS2. Forgotten Sands. Did I say Sands of Time? I don't know. I remember. Anyway, pretty good. Prince of Persia. You can't really go wrong with Prince of Persia games, except for that 360 one. I didn't care for that one, but all right. Overlord, I should say. Dark Legend. This game I thought was a exclusive, but I think there's a version of this on PlayStation 3, I think. Maybe even 360, but I don't know. I thought this for the longest time that this was exclusive. But it's a pretty cool game. It's kind of like Pikmin-ish in a way, where you have these minions that help you fight and stuff. But yeah, really cool game. This is a hidden gem for sure. I can't recommend the other version because I haven't played them. I don't know if they're as good control-wise as this one, but that's the one to go. That's definitely a hidden gem on Wii Overlord. All right, everybody's favorite. Let me wipe the dust off because it's a little dusty. Oh yeah, Wii Music. Remember that debut on E3 stage? My goodness. The game isn't that bad though. It's a decent game. Not as good as Miyamoto probably wanted it to be, but still a decent game. I had fun with it. I'm sure I'll go back to it at some point. Kirby's Epic Yarn. This camera's really throwing me off. Kirby's Epic Yarn. Love this game. Super easy, but charming as hell. Really cool visuals with the yarn. This is kind of the first game that started using those yarn aspects that we see all the time now in like Yoshi. What is it? Yoshi's, what is it? Crafted World. And so you can see that kind of same aesthetic in those games. So, but very fun game, very cool, really stylized action, or not, well, action, I guess, action adventure game, Kirby game. Not your typical game where you're eating stuff, but typical Kirby game, I should say. Valhalla Knights. This is a decent JRPG. It wants to be more serious. It wants to be taken more serious than it is, I should say. But you know, it's your typical kind of medieval sword and sorcery based RPG. It was all right. I'd give it a mid sixes maybe. All right. And then we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You know about this. I had a lot of fun. Like I'm not really big into Call of Duty games, but I like the Wii ones because it gave you the Wii controls as far as your pointing and shooting. I'm not going to say I was great at that. I remember Red Knight being really good on using Wii Remote and Nunchuck for Call of Duty and stuff. So I remember seeing a video of his back in the day. He was just murking cats. And I'm like, I wish I was that good. But I'm not. But Call of Duty, I'm sure I have a few more Call of Duty games on Wii. They all sold over 1 million copies, all the Call of Duty games on Wii. So they had pretty much everything that the other versions had, you know, except for the HD graphics and stuff. Here is Baroque, and I think this is actually getting a little bit more expensive too. This is also on, I want to say PS2. This is an Atlas RPG, so you know it's going to be good. But let me see. I remember this being. No, I remember this being on PS2. I'm pretty sure this is also on PS2. But I feel like this is getting pricey, at least the Wii version. But it's pretty cool, you know, kind of dungeon crawler RPG from Atlas. All right, here we go into the budget titles that are fun. Pacific Liberator. This is what it looks like. It is a helicopter action shooting game, and it's fun. Is it cheap? Yes. Is the graphics not great? No, they're not great. But it's a fun, really cheap budget. I think I paid $20 for this. Well, I didn't pay $20 for this, I don't think. I think I paid like 10. But these are games. There were a lot of Wii games that came out for like $20. Budget titles. And people ignored them all, but some of them were good. This is a good, fun little game for the price, especially. You know, you see this stuff all the time. You see games like this all the time on the Wii or the Switch eShop. And you probably ignore them there too, but it's a fun little game. Rygar, I actually started playing this again recently. Was reminded of how fun this game is. I forgot how cool this game is. Really nice visuals for the Wii, especially. I believe there's other versions on other consoles. But, you know, I played it on Wii. I like it on Wii. Good game. Probably like it better than the original one on NES. But there was an arcade game too. But Samurai Warriors 3 for you Musu heads out there, or Muso, however they say it. I think I say Musu. Anyway, this is your Samurai Dynasty Warriors type of game where you're fighting hordes and hordes of people, and you know what they expect. It's the Warriors game from Koei Tecmo. This is gonna totally fall over, isn't it? Don't fall over, please. All right, here's another one, budget title. I think this was $30 brand new. I probably paid $15 to $20 for it. Blazing Angels. It is what it is, what it looks like. But this one's a little bit more into it. Like it has a World War II kind of storyline and stuff, and it's cool. I like the visuals. I like the set pieces in this game. Not a amazing great game, but it's still a fun game. A fun arcade style shooter based in World War II. Nice aesthetic to it. So I would highly recommend this. I feel like this is a hidden gem on Wii that a lot of people don't know anything about. All right, another Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 3. Is that what this is? See, I can't keep up. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty. Again, came with everything. I think even as far as the DLC, I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But good visuals. Not as good as the HD consoles, the HD twins they call them, but still had everything, pretty much everything those versions had, and online multiplayer. Which game that had 32 players online? I can't remember. I think that was what's the other one? Medal of Honor. I think it was Medal of Honor that had 32 online. That was fun. 32 players online on Wii. Insane. And Tomb Raider Anniversary, which I love. I'm a huge Tomb Raider head. Love Tomb Raider. I have almost every game except for the really bad ones on PS2. But this is a remaster or a remake of the original game. This is a remake of Tomb Raider from Sega Saturn and PlayStation. And really good. Really well done. I love this version because it really implements the Wii controls. Back when they would cater to, the different control schemes of different consoles and really used its assets and benefits. This uses the Wii Remote nunchuck really well. Really immerses you into being Laura. And love this game. I love the original and I love this game. They perfectly brought it back and up to date modernized it. All right, here's another kind of budget title that is a lot of fun. Again, the visuals aren't great, but it controls well and it's fun. And it's Monster 4x4 World Circuit. You can use the Wii Remote. I think you can also use traditional controls in this. I'm not sure. Let's see. With the Wii Remote, yeah, it didn't really say. But I think you can also use traditional controls. Don't quote me on that. But a fun little monster truck racing game, derby game. Really cool. And super cheap. You probably pick it up for $3 to $5 today. Ooh, Deadly Creatures. I'm thinking of Nightmare Creatures on N64. Deadly Creatures is cool. Really cool. Underrated game. Lets you play as all these kind of deadly creatures. You can play as a freaking giant snake or a scorpion and battle it out. It's just fun, man. This is a hidden gem. Another hidden gem on Wii. I don't think it's anywhere else. I don't think this game is on any other console. I could be wrong, but look at that price. $437. Look how dusty that. Well, it's not really dusty. It's like the sticker gunk. It's like sticker gunk. So, but $437. That is what I paid for it. I think I got it at like a a thrift store or something. All right. Did this game come out? Well, not this game, but Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It did come out on Switch, right? And not to much fanfare. There was, I don't think it did very well as far as the scores went, reviews and whatnot. But this is the sequel to that game, only on Wii. I'm pretty sure it's only on Wii. Wish these would tell you on the front, but I like the Crystal Chronicle games. I love the GameCube one. I like this one a lot as well. This is a really good follow-up. And only place you can get it is on the Wii. I'm pretty sure. All right. And I can't remember which one is first, but Crystal Bearers is also Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles game. Which one came first? I want to say Echoes of Time. Let's see. Let's look on the back and find out, can we? 2009 for Echoes of Time. 2007. Crystal Bearers was the first one, so wrong. So both of these, I actually like Echoes of Time better than I like Crystal Bearers, but they're still good games. They're all good. So maybe you didn't know, but Crystal Chronicles has 3 games in the series. They're exclusive to Wii. I think now Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the first one, is on everything now. If I'm not mistaken, it didn't just come out on Switch, right? But there's a trilogy. It's a trilogy, and you can play them all on your Wii. All right. This is a game everybody wants a sequel to or something, and that is Bully. This is a Scholarship Edition. So Bully came out on PlayStation 2 from Rockstar, and then they ported it over to the Wii, and they added some cool stuff, and that's why they call this the Scholarship Edition. I don't know if there's a PS3 one as well. I don't know if that one has the extras that this one has. But this one has 8 new missions, 4 new classes, 4 new characters, 2 player mini games, and new rewards. So there you go. A very interesting Rockstar game. They don't really make those anymore. They just kind of stick to their GTAs now and Red Dead. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. Love this game, especially on Wii. The controls are great. The story is cool in this. I would love to see this in a movie. The Force Unleashed story in a movie. But really cool Star Wars game. And we don't get enough of these today. New Star Wars games, sadly. But that's back when everybody could make one as long as they paid for the license. But now EA owns the license. And of course, you know this one. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. We just got 3 on the Switch exclusive. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it's currently still exclusive, I believe. And this is the first game in that series. And I don't think I ever bought 2 or played 2. But love this game on Wii. And this is also on other consoles, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Oh boy. GoldenEye 007. GoldenEye 007. Yeah. So this is this is like a reimagining of GoldenEye. It's not as good though as the original N64 one. I mean, it was a decent effort. But what's really cool about this, I remember when this was announced, I felt really super nostalgic. I think it was it E3 2009 or 2010, where they talked about this, and then they also introduced like Donkey Kong Country Returns, which was like, oh man, this is like we're returning to like the N64, a new Donkey Kong game, or N64 Super Nintendo, and a new GoldenEye game. So cool. But this one has Daniel Craig in it because they couldn't get Pierce Brosnan's likeness, so they didn't want to pay for that. And at the time, Daniel Craig was Bond, or he still is, technically. And so it was easier to get him with that license. But this is not GoldenEye. I mean, it's GoldenEye storyline with some nuance, but it doesn't feel like the greatness of GoldenEye. Zeno says, methinks they would ruin that Star Wars movie. You're probably right, Zeno. For sure. Rock, yeah, I played Marvel Ultimate Alliance so much on the Wii. Cool. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 should stay Switch exclusive as Nintendo has the copyright for the 3rd game. Okay. Fine with me. I mean, I have the Switch version, so I don't really care either way. But Cursed Mountain. Is this exclusive to the Wii? I'm not sure. Most of the games you're seeing are Wii exclusives. I don't know which ones. I can't remember which ones are. I think Cursed Mountain is, but I'm not sure. This is like a horror adventure game set on A frozen cursed mountain where this guy has to uncover a mystery. I don't want to say too much to spoil or anything, but it's a decent game. It's not great or anything, but I had fun with it all the way through. Very interesting. Oh boy, speaking of interesting, so we couldn't get Grand Theft Auto on GameCube because Nintendo didn't want it, and we didn't get Grand Theft Auto on anything except for like the Game Boy or the Nintendo DS has GTA Chinatown Wars, which was strange. So we had the next best thing, Scarface, The World Is Yours. And it was pretty cool because Grand Theft Auto Vice City is based on the movie Scarface. You can even actually go to that bathroom. There's not many buildings you can walk into, but there's an area, and I forget what part of town, the Cuban part of town, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you can go, or no. I can't remember where it is. But anyway, you can go into one of the apartments or whatever, and it's right out of Scarface, the movie, and you can see the bloody bathtub. And if you watch Scarface, you know what that's about. So I thought that was really cool. So Scarface is like, hey, you guys are inspired by our movie. We can make our own kind of GTA style game, and this is it. And it is really good. A lot of people don't talk about it because it's a quote unquote GTA clone, but it's great. I mean, you get to play as Tony Montana. Basically, it starts at the end of the movie where Tony gets murked, but he doesn't die. So this goes beyond the movie. This is not like just following the movie or whatever. This is like part 2. This is basically Scarface 2 if there was a Scarface movie. So and Tony survives at the end. So spoiler alert, but not really because it's right at the beginning of the game. So cool game though. Another one of those budget titles that's really good. Off-Road Extreme. Again, not visually impressive or anything, but it is a fun, well-controlled, well-designed game with fun gameplay, racing, and all that cool stuff. So, I probably paid $10 for this, but certainly got my $10 worth. My nose is really itchy. I think it's the dust coming off these games. But a fun budget title. Maybe people would consider it shovelware, but I don't think so. This is a traditional kind of fun game. This is not like, oh, look at me pointy, waggle type of game. It's not that. It is a traditional racing game. So if you see shovelware, let me know. And here's another budget title, Monster Trucks Arenas. It is what it says it is. And this is fun. This reminds me of, I really love this game on the N64, Destruction Derby. Love that game, especially when you get 4 people together. My God, that was some good fun back in the day. Destruction Derby, 64. And this reminds me of that. Really good, multiplayer action especially. It's a lot more fun when you play with a bunch of people in this game. And I did that, a lot back in the day on the Wii, and a lot of fun for very cheap game. And we all know what this is, Wii Fit Plus. You had Wii Fit, and this is the second one, right? Wii Fit Plus, with the balance board and all that good stuff. I still use my Wii Fit, but I use Wii Fit U. I don't use this one anymore. This is pretty obsolete after the Wii Fit U came out. But I still use it, balance board, to keep myself, in shape. I'm trying to get rid of this quarantine that I gained, or quarantine 15, 20 that I gained. So here we go. Call of Duty 3. That's one thing I do like about Call of Duty games is I actually like the story. What do they call it? The campaign. I actually like the story campaigns in these games, and I go through them all the time. Some people just run and jump to the multiplayer. I'm not that great at Call of Duty multiplayer. I'm not really great at online shooters because I just never really cared to be great at them, so I never really got into them. But I do like the single player stuff in these games. Really good, movie style, Hollywood movie Hollywood movie set piece type of stuff going on. So I like that in the Call of Duty games. This is a budget title, but it's a really, really good puzzle game. And it is what it says, like Mercury Meltdown Revolution. So you're basically using the Wii remote to control Mercury, and it's like your puzzle platforming. So you're rolling around, you're using the Wii remote. This is a really good game. If you want games that like really help your Wii remote shine, this is one of them. This is one of those games that really utilize the Wii remote really well. It reminds me in a lot of ways of like Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball from GameCube. It has that kind of feel to it. Really fun game. Love this game. Still play it. Legends of the Guardians, right? Yeah, Legend of the Guardians. This is based on that Zack Snyder movie, right? Isn't it Zack Snyder? I don't think it says it on here, but there was an animated movie with owls, or was it? Maybe that's Legend of Owl. I can't remember. Anyway, this is a licensed title, Warner Brothers, and it's based on the movie, and it's good. Again, you get to use because you play as an owl. So there's a lot of flight stuff involved, and there's Wii Remote stuff involved in the flight, motion stuff, and it's good. This is a hidden gem. A licensed title that uses the Wii Remote, hidden gem. And it's based on, again, it's a licensed title based on a movie. Oh boy. Got Jenga going on over here. I don't want this to fall over. Please don't fall over. Alright. I'm going to start stacking these back over so they don't fall over. Alright. Excite Bots. This is a sequel to Excite Trucks, which is part of the Excite series that I wish would still go on. Nintendo has a series here that they can really capitalize on, but they never just whatever on the Wii. So you have Excite Trucks. First you have Excite Bike, and then Excite Bike 64. Then you have Excite Trucks, which is the launch title on Wii, and you'll see that soon. And then Excite Bots, which is kind of like these robot style vehicles, but racing, and you can do extra stuff that you can't do with just regular cars, and you utilize the Wii remote, and it is fun as hell, and it works really well with the Wii remote, and I love this game. And I also love the Excite Truck game, which was really cool. This is another game where you could what am I trying to say, your music tracks, you can upload your music tracks to it, play your own music in this game. Why is this so heavy? Feels maybe it's because it's not in the case it belongs in. I put it in a different case, but yeah, maybe because its case just feels heavier. But there it is, Excite Trucks. This is a launch title. I got this day one. I'm pretty sure I got Excite Trucks day one. So I got like 3 or 4 launch titles. Maybe I can point them out when I get to them. So that's one of them, I'm pretty sure. Trauma Center, Second Opinion. Love this games on the DS. And so, of course, with the Wii remote nature of the Wii, I thought it would work really well on the Wii, and it totally does. Great series. I have 2 Trauma Center games, I believe, for the Wii. This is Second Opinion. They're all good. They kind of meld together in my brain on storyline and all that stuff, but they're all good. Here's another game I thought was a exclusive, but it's not. Obscure the Aftermath. This is a kind of teen horror, not comedy, but teen horror movie. What's that one that's on PS4? Until Dawn. This is like that, where you have a bunch of teens, and it feels like you're in one of those teen movies, horror movies, and you kind of go through. It's fun. It's not great or anything, but it's a fun little game. With all the horror tropes in it. She got damn napkin. Condensation dripping all over the place. Oh boy. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. If you're a fan, this is based on the Cartoon Network Adult Swim animated show, where you play as Harvey Birdman, and it's hilarious. Hilarious show. It's on some streaming service right now. I can't remember what it is. Is it HBO Max? Maybe it's HBO Max. I can't remember. Or maybe it's Disney. I don't know. Maybe it's Disney Plus. But anyway, funny as hell game. I want to say you have to be into it. I think you'll like the humor regardless. But really cool. Funny game. Strange quirkiness. All right. There's some dust on these bad boys. Resident Evil: The Dark Side Chronicles. Not a great game. It's all right. It's okay. Decent. Decent little. You can use your pointer controls to I'm not sure. This is this. It's not on rails. I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. Maybe it is. I think it's kind of on rails ish adventure. I don't remember this too much. That says a whole lot about it, but it's all right. But I'll get to it. I'll get to it right now. Actually, speaking of on rails, you got House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return. I'm pretty sure this is the only place you can get these games right now at this point. Is on Wii. Well, outside of the original. I think is it Saturn that has one. There are a lot. I can't remember exactly. Don't quote me on anything. But anyway, light gun games returned thanks to the Wii. So, like I was saying earlier, the Wii remote requires the sensor bar, and so back in the day, if you wanted to play zapper games, gun zapper games, you had to have a CRT because they worked on the little. It was based on the little what do you call them? Not pixels, but you've had a CRT. You notice there's a bunch of it is pixels, and that's how it triggers. To let your gun know where on the screen, let the game know on the screen where you're aiming and shooting. But when we got to HD TVs, you couldn't do that anymore. So because of the Wii remote, light gun games came back, and it was great. And this is a nice return. And there's other games you'll see in a minute. It's funny because this is called Return. That brought back the light gun games, which is a genre I really loved back in the day. So this was Wii revitalized old genres like that, which was very cool. Here we have what is it called? Oh yeah, Secret Saturday's Blast of the Fifth Son, right? Fifth Son. This is based on another Cartoon Network show. I never watched it. I'm not really sure how I got this game, but it's a cool, action, not really platform, but like an action adventure game, licensed game. Cartoon Network, right? Yeah, Cartoon Network. I never watched this show. I was too old when this came out, but it's a cool little game though. A cool little kind of hidden gem, licensed hidden gem. Speaking of another hidden gem, Boom Blocks. A nice physics-based kind of puzzle game. Really cool. Really nice visuals and effects and stuff. And utilizes the Wii remote really well. This is another one of those games. And not a lot of people talk about it. And look who published it. EA. How about that? And I forgot to mention, the big thing is it's a Steven Spielberg game. So he produced this game. Steven Spielberg, he's into that stuff. So, and you saw him early on with the Xbox One, where he was promoting like the TV aspects of it, and also Quantum Break. I think he had something to do with Quantum Break, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Need for Speed Pro Street. This was an okay Need for Speed game. I just remember thinking, man, the visuals on this game look really good for a Wii game, and that's what I remember most about it. But it's a cool Need for Speed game. So, but yeah, the visuals are really nice for a Wii game. And somebody asked me about this game earlier. Epic Mickey, and of course I have Epic Mickey. Of course, as you can maybe see the water damage because you guys know my ongoing drama that I had water damage to a lot of my stuff. So some of the games you won't even see because they don't have cases anymore. You can kind of see the folding or whatever. But Epic Mickey is an awesome game. Love this game. Utilizes the Wii remote really well. It's a really creative puzzle platforming game starring Mickey. Magical, beautiful game. Love this game. Get this game if you have a Wii or Wii U. For sure. Hey, it's Metroid. Other M. Visually beautiful game. Gorgeous. It's just, this is not Samus. I don't know who this imposter lady is. But that's not the Samus I grew up with. I didn't care for the story very much. The controls were strange. It's like, why did you take away the Wii remote or nunchuck for this game? You could have just kept the Wii remote and nunchuck together, and it would have been fine. So, did they add jiggle physics to other M? No, I don't think so. Zeno, no, no jiggle physics, but wasn't happy. Wasn't too much a big fan of that game. It's all right game. It's just it happens to be Metroid. So, let's see here. I don't want to miss you guys. What you're saying here? Adam only played Scarface on first Xbox. Same game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 should... Okay, I read that already from Rocky, yeah. And Adam Phillip, do you think Excite Bots came out here in UK? Looks like a fun game, though. I'm not sure. It should have. I would hope it came out there, Adam. Look it up. I'm pretty sure it probably came out there. Boom Tendo, Excite Bots is so fun. The last level is awesome in Excite Bots. Check it out. You gotta check that game out. It's a hidden gem. And I don't know why, but it's a Nintendo game. But anyway. Excite Trucks is good too, yep. Visor Grunt, Excite Truck music choice was so forward thinking for Nintendo. Too bad they always reset. Yep. I wanted to actually say that. But yeah, how cool of a feature was allowing you to rip your own tracks to games. Well, I mean, Xbox, there was some game in Xbox, or OG Xbox could do that because it had an internal hard drive. But everybody seemed to run away from that. They were afraid of it or something. And Nintendo did it, and it was like, wow, Nintendo's doing that? And they just stopped doing it. They didn't care. They did it for a few games, not even that many games. And it was just like, why do you implement these cool features that you don't use? I don't get it. Adam, think it's on PS3 too. Could be wrong. Are you talking about... which game are you talking about there? For the Move thing. The Move thing? I don't know. Well, if you liked 60s Johnny Quest, you would have liked Secret Saturdays. I'm the same age as you and thought it was alright. Okay. I never watched it, so I don't know. But that's cool to know. It's like Johnny Quest. I love Johnny Quest back in the day. Zeno, did they add... Oh, I read that already? Gamer Talk, I popped that in the other day with Sin and Punishment. Cool, very cool. Scarface on Wii was addicted. 96 degrees in the shade. Adam Phillip, I was about the Old House of the Dead game. Oh, the Old House of the Dead game. I don't think they're on PS3. No, Is that what you said? Are they on? I think it's on. I don't think House of the Dead is on. I could be wrong, but maybe it's on 360. But I don't think it's on PS3. But I could be wrong. You have to look it up. Spiderwick Chronicles, based on the movie, right? This is a movie, right? Yes, Nickelodeon movie presents Spider. It's like a Harry Potter-ish style game. I don't think I ever beat it, but I do remember playing it. It was cool. I'm not into this, so I don't really know much about the characters and stuff. So, but decent game. And Transformers the game. Oh, it's super dust on that one. Must have been on the bottom shelf. It's all right. It was okay. I picked it up for super cheap, just to try it out, and it was all right. Not bad, not great. Yeah. Oh, Overkill. Overkill is on PS3. I don't know. I didn't know that. Is that what you're saying, Adam? 2 and 3 too, but maybe only digital. Yeah, maybe. I think I vaguely remember it being digital on 360, so I'm not sure. But I didn't know Overkill was anywhere else. Before we get to that, though, Domino Rally. This game is insane. So Nintendo thought it was okay. I mean, it's not published by Nintendo, so it's UFO. But this is a super quirky, crazy Japanese, very Japanese game that got brought over here. But for some reason, Nintendo was waffling on, Xenoblade Chronicles and Pandora, the trilogy, the Triforce, if you will, Xenoblade Chronicles, Pandora's Tower, and Last Story. They was waffling bringing that stuff over. They bring this goofy, crazy Japanese game over with puzzle elements and dominoes knocking over and people. This is like Katamari mixed with. Actually, I'm not going to say that game because I'm going to show you later. But it's just a really quirky, weird, super Japanese game that they had no problem bringing over. But but it's super fun. This is if you like crazy Japanese quirk, this is your game right here. So I recommend it. Let me get something. I'm trying to fix something here. Give me a second. It's hard to explain. It's a puzzle kind of weird domino platforming mascot type of game. It's weird, but it's so fun. I would definitely recommend it. If you see it out, definitely get it. All right, so back to House of the Dead, Overkill, which I love. This is like Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez kind of grindhouse type of story and visuals aesthetic. House of the Dead game, and it's like R-rated. It's M-rated, I should say. Cursing and blood and all that good stuff. Awesome. I love this game. I thought this was exclusive to Wii, but I think maybe it's Adam's saying it's not. But anyway, love this game. This is the game. This is the what do you call it? Light gun game of light gun games. It's great. It's great. Story, characters, just over the top, just action, quirkiness. This is the game right here. I recommend this game. I always talk about this game. This is a super hidden gem. I don't think it sold well for whatever bananas reasons, but this is a great game. Everybody who has a Wii should have this game. It's overkill. It's literally overkill. Here's another great light gun-ish game. I would classify this as like a on rails, but it is ish. It's like more adventure style. Very good. Forgotten game, Dead Space Extraction. Like everybody knows the Dead Space games and they love them, but this was the Wii version, and this is really good. Super hidden gem. If you got Wii, you should have this game. And if you like, especially if you like Dead Space and you missed this game, you're nuts. You're insane. It is scary. It is fun. It's crazy, like Dead Space, but you have the light gun aesthetic to it. It's great. Let's see. You got to play Redneck Jamboree, a classic shovelware Wii title. I heard of that. I haven't played it though. I haven't got it. Thank you, Oak City. It's a real game, no joke. It's a bad game, a bad game. Overkill is awesome. Me and the guys were just talking about awesome Wii Resident Evil games. Yeah, I have a few more. I think I should. I don't have my whole collection here, because I didn't want to go digging. But I have most of my games here. I literally passed on that game today. They priced it too expensive. Overkill? You talking about? Isaac Grant says, I think Overkill came out much later for the other console. Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe that's why I remember it being exclusive, because maybe it came out later on other consoles. But it started off exclusive, I'm pretty sure. Wii Sports Resort, the forgotten Wii Sports game. Like everybody knows Wii Sports because it came with the game. It came with the system. This game sold super well. It's weird to call it a hidden gem or something. But not a lot of people talk about Wii Sports Resort, and this is clearly the better Wii Sports game. It has pretty much everything and more in this game. It also has the Wii Motion Plus stuff. This is where I think Wii Motion Plus launched with this game, if I'm not mistaken. This game, I don't know if my version came with the what is it called? The Wii Motion Plus attachment. I don't know if it came with that or not, but this is when you started feeling one-to-one games and made stuff like Skyward Sword viable. And unfortunately, there weren't a ton of games that used Wii Motion Plus. But this is where the Wii U should have picked up on that and continued it. But what can I say? But anyway, this was really good. As you can see, there's way more sports in it now, and they were all really intuitive. controls. Great game. Great game. That gets overlooked a lot, I feel. Let me move this over here. I'm running out of space now. All right. Hang on, Oak City. Hang on. I see ya. Oak City says he has like 300 Wii games. Wow, you have way more than me. But anyway, Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Again, you're a fighting fan, you're a Street Fighter fan, or a Capcom fighting game fan, and you don't have this, and you have a Wii. What you doing, man? What are you doing? This is a bunch of characters I know nothing about from manga and whatnot that were put in this game, which I love that fact. But there's also characters I do know about, Gundam-ish characters. What's the one? Is it on here? Yeah, he's on here, but I can't remember what he's from. Looking at it, some old animation cartoon from the 80s. Anyway, a lot of characters in here, tons of characters, really good effects. It's a Capcom fighting game from back in the day, and it's just gorgeous, and it's exclusive. I think this is the only place you can get this game, Tatsunoko versus Capcom, is on the Wii to this day, if I'm not mistaken. This game is dope, man. It's really easy to get into, and get your combos going and whatnot. So if you're not a huge fighting fan, but you like fighting games, you'll have good fun with this. If you're a fan of especially if you're a fan of Street Fighter games or whatnot, you can go in with some of those knowledge of moves and do some pretty good stuff. But yeah, I'm on the lookout for the controller because they have a joystick controller that came out with this game that Rob Ruler 2, if you're watching, he has, and I'm jealous. I never got it, and it's super expensive now, but I'm still gonna get it. I don't care. But it was designed along with this game, and dope 2D fighting game, Capcom fighting game. All right, here's one of those Operation Rainfall games. The last story I talked about that a little bit earlier. Beautiful game. Love this game. Hironobu Sakaguchi, right? Is it on? Yeah, it's on here. From Final Fantasy fame. Love this game. Love it. I wish they would do more. I think Hironobu had to go on and do cell phone games or something. Sad because of, development costs rising and just not being able to keep. But man, Nintendo, you need to find this dude, give him a budget, and get him to make either a remaster of this or a sequel. I would rather have a sequel, but I'm sure a lot of people just never even played this game. So I would accept a remaster and then hopefully a sequel later. But really good game. Action RPG. Somebody said earlier that they just finished this year. Pandora's Tower. Love this game. Hidden gem for sure, even though it was part of Operation Rainfall. This is the one game, out of the three that most people don't talk about much anymore. They talk about Last Story. They talk about Xenoblade Chronicles, obviously, because Xenoblade's still going strong thanks to Monolith Soft and Nintendo acquiring them and stuff. But they don't really talk about Pandora's Tower, and this is a really good. How do you explain this? It's an action game. It has puzzle elements. It's dark. It's cool. I love this game. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I don't think it's that expensive. Here's another great one. Nobody talks about WarioWare Shake It. This is a throwback to the WarioWare or the WarioWare. Did I say WarioWare Shake It? Wario Land Shake It. This is a throwback to the Game Boy Advance games. Because it's a 2D side scroller with that kind of quick Mario or Wario action. This is dope. I love this game and visually gorgeous. I don't know if you can see. Can't really tell from the photos on the back. I don't think, but it's out of focus. Get the focus. There you go. But the visuals, the hand drawn 2D visuals in this game, gorgeous. Who developed this game? It doesn't say. It just says Nintendo. But love this game. Nobody talks about this game, and obviously Shake It using some Wii remote stuff, but it utilizes it really well. And love this game. Love it. Let's see. Oh yeah, love the versus Capcom games. I have SNK versus Capcom, great one. For GameCube, and I'm looking for this one. Cool Oak City. Adam Phillip, I love Mad World. Adam says I preferred Tatsunoko versus Capcom more than Street Fighter 4. Me too, definitely. We Impato. I never played it. Oak City says I got Cap versus Marvel 2 disc only for $1. Super proud of that. Dang, you got LA Machine Guns. Oh, I pass. I don't know what you're saying there. Also, he had 2 copies. Shake. Rocky, yeah, sadly, most of the studios behind the last story have either closed or been bought out. Yeah. Very sad. Very sad that happened. I'll spoil. I got the Michael Jackson Experience on Wii Walmart edition for $1. It says Oak City. Josh 90. I'm getting the PS5 and Spider-Man Miles Morales for Christmas. Pretty cool. Very cool. All right. Back to the collection. You saw the box for this earlier. Skyward Sword. Love this game. Love the visual style of this game. Love the story. This is the first time I felt like they really fleshed out like Zelda and made her like a super important feeling character, and she had a personality. And some of the best dungeons in this game. Love them. I love the Wii Motion Plus controls of the game. A lot of people didn't, but I like this. You know, it got tedious at some times, but I really like fighting. What's the Devil King? What's his name? Licking his tongue. I can't think of his name right now. I'm drawing a blank for some reason. But I like fighting him a lot in this game. His very strategic moves and stuff. Really cool game. The only thing I didn't like about this game, there's a couple things I didn't like about this game. The teardrop search stuff got on my damn nerves a few times, and fighting the what is it called? The behemoth. What is it called? The darkness. I can't remember the name. You know that big thing you hitting the toes and shit. I can't remember what it's called. So having to fight him drove me insane. Ipsters, what is up, Ipsters? I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Oak City, next vid I get Tokyo Mirage for Wii U. Super excited. Cool. Is it true Chad Warden came back for PS5 launch in the US? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking. I don't even know what that is. Adam loves Skyward Sword, but hate some bits of it too, like the repeating boss fights. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got that Zelda game. I got the Wii. More took me weeks to get that game. Really? Well, I guess if you didn't get it at the time. And here is a wonderful remake. A Boy and His Blob. Beautiful game. Art style is gorgeous. A great side-scrolling action adventure. Cute as hell. Visually beautiful and stunning. And I love it. And you got to have this game. You got to get this game if you have a Wii. Boy and His Blob. Great remake. King Story. I thought this was a what do you call it? Exclusive as well. Found out it's also on PS3. There's an AC version, so I think it's PS3. But anyway, very cool game. You find treasure. You slay dragons. You know, it's a kind of fun, lighthearted kind of. Is it? I want to say it's a puzzle action adventure. I'm trying to think of the genre I would put it in. Let's see. Can the box help me? 14 different job classes. Choose from. No task is beyond your ability. Go forth to do battle. 15 different bosses. It doesn't really give you an idea, but it's a cool adventure game set in kind of a medieval world, as you can tell, probably being a little king and stuff. So fun game. I guess it's a hidden gem as well. And you guys know these. I'm gonna put these together. No More Heroes 1 and 2. I love No More Heroes. And I'm definitely going to get the Switch versions. I'm a little worried about the lack of motion controls. So we'll see. on that. I'm still probably gonna end up buying them anyway, but No More Heroes 1 and 2, great games. I think I like one or just two. I think I like one better. I like the open world ish nature of it. Not quite open world, but I like that. But two is a little bit more streamlined. A lot of people like it more, but I like them both. I love these games, and I'm so happy that they're on Switch, and I'm also super happy that we're getting No More Heroes 3. Couldn't be happier about that. I'm a huge fan of Travis Touchdown and this, Suda, and it's just quirky and fun as hell. That whole world. Let's see. King Story is one of my on my radar. It's an RPG, but I'd say more like it's not like a. I guess I should have pointed that out. It's not like a a JRPG or anything. You think it's more like I guess it's more like a Mario RPG, kind of more lighthearted. That's what I was saying about it being kind of more light. Oak City Gamers says I need those as well. Lots of Wii stuff. You got 300 Wii games and you don't have No More Heroes? How does that happen? How? All right, Sakura Wars. This is another game that shot up in price recently. Another cool, JRPG. But for whatever reason, I don't know. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not like, I don't know. Maybe it's a rare thing, a rarity thing. But pretty cool JRPG. Kind of modern, set in a modern world. Good game. Sakura Wars. I was trying to remember because I was sitting here thinking if it was exclusive or not, but I don't think so. I think it's also on PS2. I think. Oh yeah. Hey man, I focus on cheap and easy to find stuff, says Oak City. Occasionally I find something, I flip and get something non-Wii. Okay. Alright. Didn't mean to offend you. Sup Johnny T says Joe Henry. Alright. Did I miss anybody's comment there? Adam Phillip, did you get the gold Wii remote with Skyward Sword? Did you miss me earlier? Where is it? I guess you missed earlier where I showed. Yeah, I got the gold Wii. Whoop! I dropped that. I got the special edition. So yeah, I got it along with the soundtrack. I think I was 1 PFTs. Says absurd. I don't know. All right. Hidden gem. We're getting more hidden gems here. Core Gang, made by Zoink. I forget what they made recently, but really good. Kind of Tim Burton visual style to it. Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Really good. It's a mascot kind of platformer. Not a platformer, but like a more action adventure type of game, and very creative with the gameplay elements and stuff. Love this game. Love it. This is a hidden gem that you have to have if you have a Wii. Great game. You play as like brother and sister, and you have different abilities. Here's another kind of action adventure platform mascot type of game. Mushroom Men. This game, I like this game a lot. Really cool. Kind of, what am I looking? Really cool kind of character to it. It has a really good character kind of design. Really unique gameplay elements. I'm trying to think of something specific. Like there's really cool, interesting boss battles. Platforming. It has everything, and it's really fun. And you play as a little mushroom dude, and you're trying to I think you broke something during some kind of event, and you're trying to go find a way to replace it, and you go on this long adventure based on that. Really cool game. Let's see. Oak City says nice. I got 300 plus. Quantity, not always quality. So you're the one who has all the shovelware. Action platforming. Flipping Death. Oh yeah, Flipping Death. That's it. Thank you, Inglorious. Yes, Flipping Death. That's the game. That's the most recent game. So it's very. I was talking about core game. Yeah, thank you. Flipping Death. There's another game they made that's very much visually like that. But yeah, those guys, great stuff. But yeah, this is also a great game. A lot of people during this era kind of went away from 3D action kind of platforming games, but there were some really good ones on Wii that people probably missed, like those. All right, I mean, what do I mean? Oh, sorry, I'm showing you the back. You know what this is. I mean, this is Prime Trilogy. It's great. I love this package. Beautiful package. There you go. That's the sleeve there. Nice. Right? And then you have the steel case, which is gorgeous. And then you have the game there. So all 3 games are on this disc. Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. And then you have the... Mine is still in really good shape, so I'm going to keep it that way. There's the art book. There's the inserts and all that good stuff. Not art book, I meant instruction book. And so, nice package. Still kind of smells new. Because I haven't really played this much. I bought this because I wanted to have the trilogy and have it all in one. But I haven't really played this version much. I played 1 and 2 on GameCube. I played 3 separately on Wii. I just bought this because I could. So it's in really great shape still. And I've been playing, I have it digitally on Wii U. I had the trilogy. There was a sale on it for, was it $10 or something? $20 maybe? I think it's $20 now, but I think it was a sale for $10. So for the digital version of this game on Wii U. So I have that and I play that one and I just kind of, I think this is, goes for around $100 now. But, whatever. Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii. I must confess, I didn't play a ton of Mario Kart Wii. I didn't get into this one as much. I didn't like the fact that it catered to the motion control. So all the tracks are like really wide. And I wasn't a huge fan of that, but whatever. I mean, it's still Mario Kart. Still fun. I still had fun with it. But I didn't play this one as much. I was still playing Mario Kart DS, which I loved. And Mario Kart 7, I also loved. So I played those more. Let's put those over here. All right. I got Metroid Trilogy. Yeah. I got Metroid Trilogy for £5 and sold it for $80 next day, says Adam. Wow. Nice. That's a nice profit. Oak City. See, I get lots of million sellers. I'm looking for that Slick Trilogy. I do own the games individually. Yeah. All right. Animal Crossing City Folk. Not my favorite Animal Crossing game. It's not bad or anything. I didn't play a ton of this. I probably played 50 hours of this one. The thing is that this is just an upscaled version, basically, in many ways. It's not the exact game of Animal Crossing DS. So I played that one a whole lot more. I got a couple hundred hours on that one. But I didn't play this one as much. But it's still a good game. It's Animal Crossing. I mean, you know what to expect. So, The Secret Saturdays. Beasts. What is it? Oh yeah, Beasts of... Did I show this art? Wait a minute. I have 2 of these. I have 2 Secret Saturdays games. Oh, there you go. So, I have a duplicate. Make sure this is the right game in here, yeah. Alright, so I have a duplicate to get rid of. Maybe I'll do it a giveaway or something. Because I'm sure it's not worth much, if anything. I was going to say, I thought I showed that game already. Alright, now. The Conduit Special Edition. Conduit games, I mean, they're not great. I mean, I like the story and stuff. They, like, I want to say the game design isn't like the best, but they were known for like being really good looking games on the Wii. And really good looking shooters, first person shooters on the Wii, and I like the sci-fi elements of them, and all that good stuff. But the better game is definitely the second one. But anyway, still, I had fun. I had fun with this game. So I feel like if you're looking for Wii games, this could be in your collection, and you'll have a good time with it. Let's see. Somebody's trying to say something, and I think it got blocked, or maybe you fixed it. Oh, okay. Oak City, are you asking for a trade for my Secret Saturdays? Oh, you need Secret Saturdays. All right. So, do you have a Twitter? If you have a Twitter, just follow me on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. And you can hit me up in the DMs there. Yeah, I just realized that I have 2 copies of the Secret Saturdays. That's hilarious. Now this is the better Conduit game, Conduit 2. The online for this was extreme. It was great. A lot of people at the time, especially, were talking about this is the game online that shows the Wii grew up online with this game. So yes, what you need. I don't run the Twitter. I'll get together with Joel. It'll take a few days. My email direct. Yeah. So just go. Okay, what you can do then? Just go to my email. It's on my. You can. It's in my links. It's on my page. Just go to my email and send me a message about it. So I don't, because I'll probably end up forgetting if not. So hit me up on my email. MizzahTee@gmail.com. All right, so Conduit games are bomb. Yeah, this is a good one. Online was great on this game. I had a lot of fun online playing this game, and this allowed for online, because like I said, Nintendo grew up online with this game, so with their online features. So this allowed for voice chat and stuff through the Wii Speak. They also had the little ear one ear thing. What is it called? Is it on here? Maybe it's on here. Yeah, compatible with the Headbanger headset. So yeah, for online chat. Did it say 12 online multiplayer with modes and maps? Deep 12? Whatever. Anyway, it was great online. I had a lot of fun online with this game, especially, and I like the campaign better in that one. All right, here's the other Operation Rainfall game, Xenoblade Chronicles. I mean, back then this was obscure, but now this is a series that Nintendo owns and caters to very well, and has million sellers. This game just released again, the HD remaster of it on Switch, and it's over 1 million copies sold. So that's great, because this game never got a fair chance on Wii and or anything. When they released it on 3DS, because there's a 3DS version as well. It's only for new 3DS, so it was missing out on everybody who only had a 3DS. So it couldn't, it didn't have the install base to sell everywhere until the Switch. And then the Switch had a really good install base, and this game finally got a chance to sell. And it's over 1 million. So all the Xenoblade games now are over 1 million copies sold, which I love, which is great, because it's a great series. So there you go. All right, here's my other Trauma Center game, New Blood. I believe this is the second one. Maybe this is the first one that came out, and the other one was the second one. Second Opinion. Yeah, that's why it's called Second Opinion. So yeah, this is the first Trauma Center game to come out on Wii. Atlas. Okay, I just got your Oak City. I just got your email, so I'll hit you back on that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you know what this is. These games are great. Love those games. All right, The Calling. Or is it The Calling that's this? The Calling is also a horror, kind of teen horror movie style game as well. I don't know if I'm mixing that up with Obscure or not, but they're just very similar. This one's more Japanese style, As you can see, it has that kind of scary little girl with the black hair and the pale face and look. Cool game. I actually want to get Ju-On for Wii. That's one game. That's one horror game I don't have for Wii that I want to get. Ju-On. All right, put these together. A case of the sequel is better. Red Steel and Red Steel 2. Red Steel is the game that really got me excited for the Wii, or this one. This Ubisoft game, and it was just showing all this really cool stuff with the CG kind of trailer and stuff, and the guy he was on the couch and he was diving, doing all this crazy stuff that you never have to do in the games, but it was just cool to see that. And the game, it was an okay game, but it didn't really, you didn't get the utilization of the Wii remote, with its sword. It was really cool because you can go from sword to guns and all that stuff, and that was really cool about it. But this game perfected it. What does this mean? This is a game that utilized the Wii Motion Plus, and then you got to really see how Red Steel could be, and this is clearly the better game. And a hidden gem because I don't think a lot of people bought this game, sadly, and it's really sad because this is a really good game that utilizes the Wii Remote and Nunchuck really well. So they're out there. And so have you guys seen any shovelware yet? I mean, because Wii is a shovelware console, so let me know if you see shovelware. I mean, I have a few games that could be classified as that, kinda, because they're budget titles, but that doesn't make... Budget title doesn't mean shovelware, at least not to me. Now here's a game that I enjoyed far more than the movie. I did like the cartoon back in the day, but I didn't care for the movie. It was too seizure inducing. It was too much colored, candies, just candy colored, strobe lighting effect. Like, it was too much for me. But this is a really good game based on that movie, and I love it. Just controls really well with the Wii remote. Like, it's awesome controls and really fun game and nice visuals as well. Hidden gem. Don't look at this game. Don't be like, if you're out and you see it's like, oh, some garbage license game on the Wii. Oh yeah, pass. No, this is a good game. Let's see. Dang, Oak City, you're like you've taken over the chat. Oh, Ju-On, another Wii game on my radar. I have Red Steel 1 and 2. Totally awesome game. 2 is the one I speak of. Man, I want to do so much content around the Wii, and there's so many good games. I have lots of shovelware. Rock, yeah. Well, I'm off to bed. I'll catch the replay. All right, Rock, yeah. Thanks for joining. All right, let's get through these last few. It's going by pretty quickly here. We're down to the last few. Zack and Wiki. You have a Wii and you don't have Zack and Wiki? You're using your Wii wrong. This is a great game. Great game. Beautiful utilization of the Wii remote. You have to have this game. Capcom published it. I don't know if they developed it or not. Probably. It was probably Capcom. But this game is so good. Beautiful visuals. Great story. Great gameplay. Great gameplay. Puzzle style gameplay. Really good game. Highly recommend. I remember Matt Casamassina back in the day. For you old school IGN heads, Matt Casamassina was the Nintendo guy. And I feel like he either gave this a 9.5 or something out of a 10. And that's what made me check this game out. And I wasn't disappointed. Great game. Quest for Barbaros Treasure. It's beautiful. It's a great game. You gotta have it. And it's super cheap, surprisingly, because I didn't think it sold well. But it's still super cheap to buy. This is a super hidden gem here. The Munchables. The Munchables. I get it. You're out and you see this on the shelf and you're like, the Munchables? That's total garbage shovelware or whatever. No. If you're a fan of Katamari Damacy, you're gonna love this game. It's very similar styled. It's meaning you're eating things. You're not like rolling around collecting stuff. But so it has that kind of aesthetic where you just kind of you're munchable. You're eating stuff, and gameplay changes based on that. And you have these how do I put it? You have these goals basically you have to meet as far as when you're eating and how much you're eating and what you're collecting through that. Very fun game. It's easy, but that doesn't matter because you're having a blast the whole time, I think. But it looks like some shovelware garbage or just some mediocre game, and it's not. It is a really good game. Highly recommend Munchables. Sounds like Lunchables. All right, Rune Factory Frontier. For you Harvest Moon heads. That's why I got this, because I liked Harvest Moon back in the day. And they did, around this time, the Harvest Moon games are starting to wane a little bit, and I got into Rune Factory. And it's great. I'm going to read you the back here. The new life you embark on has many roles. Farmer, warrior, savior. As you cultivate the land, the town grows and does the mystery in the sky above. It's an adventure game, with obviously Harvest Moon-like elements, and really good. Here's another one. Rune Factory, Tides of Destiny. Also good. I mean, they're very similar games. And I'm sure I'd mix them up if I start talking to you about what's the story elements and stuff. But Rune Factory is coming back to Switch, I believe, this year or next year. So I think Rune Factory 5. Are we up to 5 now? So there you have that. Sin and Punishment. Star Successor. Sin and Punishment is a game that I just still to this day don't know why never came over to the N64. But I imported it, so whatever. Because the game, I'm saying that because the game already has English in it. It has English, is it English subtitle or English words or subtitles in it, and not English voice, or vice versa. I think it has English voice. I don't know. I can't remember right now. But it's a great on-rail shooter from Treasure. It's awesome. Very cool. Sci-fi. It's great. On the N64. So we actually didn't get it technically we didn't get it in the West until the Wii eShop. It was on there. You can download it. Sin and Punishment on there. But like I said, I bought it for N64, imported it. But here's the sequel. Also really good. Not as good, but the visuals have been bumped up, obviously. I think the control is much better. I like the control in this one more than I like the N64. It just feels more natural. And they're great games. And this one's great. Hidden gem, I guess, because a lot of people don't talk about Sin and Punishment Star Successor ever. Somebody asked me about this game earlier. Mad World. Of course I got Mad World. Are you kidding me? Mad World is dopeness. Love this game. The sequel came out on PS3 only, I think. And it was not good. But, why not? Why ignore the hand that fed you? Why didn't we get the sequel? Anyway, beautiful visual style to this game. Over the top, grindhouse kind of nature to it. Great game. Great game. We know what this is. Okami. Ported over from the PS2. Fits perfectly on the Wii because of the painting aspects of it. Just made way more sense. And there's a legend with this game. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Wait, let me look and see if I can find it myself before I do that. Then I'll talk about it because I know it's on here. I know it's on here. Where are you? Oh, there it is. There it is. Right in front of his mouth. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see that right in front of his mouth? Just barely. It's IGN. There's an IGN watermark on this cover art. Somebody totally missed that. Somebody got really cheap when they made the art for this version of the game, for the Wii version of the game. They took it off IGN's website, obviously, and that's really cheap. But it has an IGN watermark on it. Freaking hilarious. And this is not, something I did. This is on every retail version of the game. I don't think they ever fixed it. So yeah, crazy stuff. But wonderful game. This is also on current consoles, including the Switch. Oh boy. Speaking of hidden gems, now this cover is I had the original cover, but it got ruined, and so I went back and printed my own cover, and it's way cooler. This is my cover of the game, and it's gorgeous. Fragile Dreams is an amazing game. Nobody talks about this game ever. I don't know why. This is an amazing game. How to explain? It's point and click ish, but it's like not really. It's got horror elements. It's a anime style adventure game, kind of post apocalyptic. It is freaking awesome. Nobody talks about this game ever. Why? Because it's a Wii exclusive, I guess. I don't know, but you have to have this game. You have to play this game, Nintendo fan, any fan. But if you have a Wii and you never got this game, shame on you. I mean, you probably just didn't know about it. But I'm telling you about it now. Buy it. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. It is a great game. And oh man, like it uses stuff with the Wii remote speaker and stuff. So freaking cool and scary. Because you'll be walking around and like there'll be cats or whatever around, and the cat will be meowing through your Wii remote only speaker, and it's creepy and it's great. Love that game. More Mizzah the Demon Blade. This was an exclusive, and it got ported over to the PS3, I believe, and I think it's on. I think it went from there to like the Vita. I think it went to the Vita as well. So it might even be on Switch now. I don't know. But great, beautiful, beautiful 2D fighting game, or not fighting game, but 2D action brawler. Gorgeous game. Great game. You have to have it. Get it wherever you can get it. It's great. Tower. I'm creating towers here. Smash Brothers Brawl. You know what this is. I'm not going to spend no time on Smash. You know what that is. All right. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the video game. Why do they have to put the video game on there? Like we don't know what it is. It says we. But anyway, this is based on that. Isn't it? What was it on? It's made by WayForward, who was great. That's what I was trying to remember earlier. WayForward did Bakugan. But anyway, they're really good at 2D games. So people thought they were going to do the 2D game. They did Bakugan. But anyway, this is really cool. It was the Batman, the Bold, and I'm about to say Bold and Beautiful. The Brave and the Bold is based on a certain animation style. I don't know if it was a certain run of Batman cartoons or not. I think it was, and so it has that aesthetic, and it's pretty cool. That's what I like about it the most. What I remember about the most is how it looks, visually beautiful. The definitive version of Resident Evil. I like this version obviously because he used the Wii remote to aim and all that stuff. I like the aiming much better than on the GameCube, and that's why I didn't care for the remastered versions of this game. Well, one of the reasons anyway, is because I like the controls way better using the Wii remote. So I mean, you know what Resident Evil 4 is. Do I have to talk about that really? No. Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution. I always like the Naruto games, fighting games, because they're really easy to get into, and look like you know what the hell you're doing. You can pull off combos and just really cool moves fairly easy in this game, so I always liked them because of that. Here's another launch title I had, Metal Slug Anthology. Love Metal Gear games, love these SNK 2D side-scrolling shooters, action shooting games, Contra style. They're all beautiful. The anthology, obviously. I think there's five games on here. Yeah, so Metal Slug 1, 2, X, 3, 4. Wait, there's more than 5. There's 7. Metal Slug Metal Slug 2, Metal Slug X, Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 5, and Metal Slug 6. So there you go. Yeah, and they look great, you know. And that's another reason, because these came out on the Wii eShop, or Wii eShop, the Switch eShop. And I'm like, why would I do that? I already have every freaking Metal Slug game right here on my Wii. It's a launch title. And I think this might be expensive now. I'm actually curious. I'm going to look it up. I feel like it might be expensive. Oak City knows what I'm talking about. Let's see. I'm going to go to eBay. Metal Slug Anthology Wii. Metal Slug Anthology. Okay, so it's on PS2 as well. But I'm looking for the Wii version. Oh, it's not expensive. I thought it was. All right, so not too expensive. All right. I think last time I looked it was. Maybe it went down. All right. I talked about this game quickly earlier. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Great game. Should have been in the Switch version of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. They should have threw this game in, made that a valuable package, but not. It's on Xbox OG also. Says Oak City, probably. But anyway, I mean, it's great. This is a great return to Donkey Kong side-scrollers. And here we have, this game is expensive. Fire Emblem, well, I don't know if it's too expensive, maybe like $85 or so. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. This is a super traditional Fire Emblem game strategy. I mean, you know what Fire Emblem is. This is, what am I trying to say? This is the last console Fire Emblem game that we got. And then we started getting the 3DS ones. And, well, actually, it's Fire Emblem Awakening, right? Fire Emblem Awakening is the one that saved the franchise, because they were going to be done making these, I suppose. That's what they're saying. But Fire Emblem Awakening sold really well and saved the franchise. So this was the last console one we got, though. Before the Switch one, obviously. Here's another light gun shooter, which is great. Ghost Squad. Very cool. Love this game. It's fun. Fun as hell. Like, I have all the best light gun games, I think, on Switch. On Wii. And this is right up there with them. Ghost Squad. Dope. Lots of fun. Alright. We're down to my last 5 here. And these aren't in any kind of order or anything. I just pulled them off the shelf this way. Death Jr., Root of Evil. Love this game. Very good. I actually played the PSP one, which is, I think, basically would be part 1, and this would be part 2, if I'm not mistaken. And that's why I got into this. That's why I saw this. I'm like, oh, I didn't know they had a console one, and it's good too. Love the PSP game, and I love this game as well. This is the sequel to the PSP one, I think. The only one that's on Wii, so very good. It's fun. It's really fun. I'm gonna stream. I want to stream both of them. I want to stream this one and the PSP one, and I will do that at some point. But yeah, finally we got that sequel to Nights. Not as good as we wanted, but it's still good. It was still pretty good. Love Nights on the Sega Saturn. One of my favorite all-time games. And we finally got a sequel to this game on the Wii, which was pretty good. Not as good, but still really good. They threw some story stuff in to expand it a little bit more, which I did like that. The Twin Dreams. I just love Nights. I love the music. I love the idea, the concept of it. So, love Nights. Sonic Colors, one of the good 3D Sonic games. Sonic Colors was great. I thought it was really good. This is, to me, this is the last good 3D Sonic game. And it's on Wii. And only on Wii. I don't think it's on anything else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's still really good, though. Love it. Super Paper Mario. Love Super Paper Mario. I like that some people don't like it, but I like that Nintendo likes to kind of toy with Mario or Paper Mario and do different things with it instead of just every time make it a standard RPG. Or it's not really standard because it has Mario in it, but But they experiment with the Paper Mario stuff, and I like that. I like the gameplay gimmick of this, which is where you turn from 2D into 3D, so the world swaps and you go behind, and it's really cool. And you can see hidden doors that you couldn't see while you're in 2D. Really cool aesthetic, and I love this game. A lot of people don't or hate on it, but whatever. And finally, the last two. Both of these games should be on 3D All Stars, but only one of them is. And these are Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, two of the greatest 3D Mario games ever made. I love 2 more. I think it's the better game overall. But man, greatness. This is just greatness personified. Like, what else could you do with Mario after? Sunshine was a disappointment to me. You guys know. I'm actually going to do a video on that. But Sunshine was a disappointment to me. But Mario Galaxy came and saved the day for me. Because I was like, where are you going to go with Mario after Mario Sunshine? And I wasn't, too keen on it. And man, they brought me back with the Galaxy games. They are phenomenal. They look great. 60 frames per second on the Wii. Beautiful games. And that's why they hold up. They just visually beautiful, and they run really well. And they both should be on 3D All Stars. I don't know why they're not, but whatever. I don't know why Mario Galaxy 2 isn't on 3D All Stars. It should be. But anyway, phenomenal games, and that is my collection. I got through the whole thing a lot quicker than I thought I would, which is great. So yeah, I'm bringing it to you guys. What you have any questions about any of the games I showed? You want to talk about games you have? I know Oak City does. What are you saying there? No, don't apologize for talking, man. I was just pointing out that that you had a lot to say. That's cool. It's on Xbox OG also, I think. You're talking about Metal Slug? Yeah, I read that already. Or 360. I think it might be 360 that it's on. But let me see. Where did I put my phone? Right here. Oh, I don't know if I didn't show this earlier, but here is my Wii stand, and I also put more stickers on it. Yeah, that light is bright. You can see Wii Sports there. So there's my stand. I don't know. I'm missing the stand for my black one, or the white one. I don't know. I don't know which one this is from, but I like the fact that let me pull it out here. I like the fact that they built the Wii kind of slanted looking, and so this would kind of slant down and kind of be slanted, instead of just being a straight kind of rectangle. I like the fact that it kind of had this slanted look to it, and inside the stand, it just looked cooler to me. I'm gonna clean these stickers off because they look terrible. I kind of like that one still, but it's still wearing out. But yeah, there you go. I got 3D All Stars Terra for my birthday. I think I have some typo going on there. Oh, switch. All Stars. I love little questions. Honestly, your collection is super cool. Mine is too, both for different reasons. LOL. Looks better than the PS5, says Inglourious. You think so? It's definitely more compact and sleek. Yeah, I don't like the PS5's design. I mean, I wasn't in love with the PS3 design, but I still like it better than the PS5. And the Slim obviously looks a lot better. That looks cool, right? That silver on black. I mean, look at that glossy. You love that gloss. Yeah. So what probably will happen is, I'm pretty sure I just took the top off. I know I still have the latches, or the, what do you call them, the doors to these. So yeah. I also want to share something I picked up this week. Um, the 16 times Mad Catz memory card. You can hold a ton on this bad boy. And obviously it goes in your Wii for your game. It's a GameCube game. This is a GameCube memory card. And I was watching some video and I was like, I never even knew this thing existed. I have the Nintendo licensed ones that are like extra. Look how crusty that is. Crusty, dusty. I think this is 256 or something. So you can hold way more space than the regular card. So I knew about those, but I did not know about Mad Catz third-party ones, which is, like 4 times these things. And this is great. And I can hold I moved all my stuff over to this and still have like 500 blocks. All my saves from GameCube are on here, plus 500 blocks left. 490 or something like that, but still crazy. Let's see. I do have boxed Wii microphone, boxed Wii Fit, and Wii Fit Plus, boxed Wii Fit accessory pack. Yeah, you seem to have a lot of stuff for Wii. I didn't like PS5. I didn't like PS5 design. I think that's what you're saying. I think PS3 looks better. Yeah, same. I mean, I have 3 PS3s, one I can reach. So 3 different designs. I have the Super Slim, which was given to me. This is the one with the cheap door by a friend of mine. I have the Slim. Super dusty down there on the floor. So I have the PS3 Slim. And I also have my day one backwards compatible PS3, which is the big George Foreman grill, as people like to call it. And that's over there, so I'm not going to go grab that. But, yeah. I have a few of them, doors and all. A white GameCube compatible one. I can send you a whole new Wii. Why would you send me a Wii? Man, you got me wanting to do the same kind of thing. All right. So I got 22 people watching and only 2 people in the comments or in the chat. What's up? See, I need a slide door. Yeah, and an original model backwards compatible. Yeah, I have. That's what I bought mine day one. So I was in line like a moron with my PS3. So I have that backwards compatible one, and like I said, the Slim and the Super Slim, as they call it. Super cheap. I got that one from my friend though. I didn't buy the Super Slim. He gave me his before he left. He moved to Wisconsin. My buddy, my best friend. All right. Yeah, so if nobody has anything to add or say, let me see here. It's not even 11 o'clock yet. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Day one PS3. There's a few I didn't know about. Gotta add to the collection. Wife's not happy. What do you mean your wife's not happy that you're buying stuff? Inglorious. Excuse me. I guess we can talk briefly about the systems that came out this week and about Age of Calamity. When is that launching? What's today? The 14th? When does Age of Calamity come out? What day? 20 watching and 20 likes sounds good though. Oh yeah, for sure. Fires a grunt. Looks like 21 actually. 21 likes and 1 dislike. PS3 salted me on PlayStation and Sony stuff. Yeah, PS3 was certainly the beginning of the end of my fandom for PlayStation. Like, there's games on it that I liked. became an Uncharted fan. Um, but outside of Uncharted, I liked Infamous, but they got really repetitive, so I never beat them. I would keep buying the games, but I never ended up beating them. They're fun to play for a while, then I just get bored. Um, but yeah, I mean, PS3, you know, 360, I was all I needed. I had a 360, and I mean, there's exclusives on the PS3 that I like, obviously, but not enough. Not enough. Uh, Coming from where Sony was with me, and I just didn't think they kind of held up as far as their IPs go. Now people love their God of Wars, and so I tried. Like I have God of War remastered, like the collection, but I never beat any of them. Kratos is not a compelling enough character for me to care about. Like he never, ingratiated himself with me. So, um, those games never held for me. And you know, Ratchet and Clank, I liked what they were doing on PS2. I mean, it was PS2 though, so PS3. By the time I got to PS3, a lot of those games kind of waned. The Ratchet and Clanks, and there was more Jack and Daxter. They were done, unless you bought the collection again, which they HD'd up, which I like. But yeah, PS3 was the fall of Sony for me. PS4, again, there's some good exclusives there, but if you have an Xbox already, there's not a whole lot. I don't care for Last of Us. I tried. I tried to play Last of Us, liked it, tried to like it, but didn't hold me. And Uncharted 4 was the end, and Lost Legacy I really like. So those two. I do like Horizon Zero Dawn. But if you play the first game, I'm just like, where are they going to go? That's not going to seem like, story wise, that's not going to be like, all right, you guys forced this out. You didn't leave the story open enough to where you can really do a sequel that made sense unless you kind of force it. So that's what I'm worried about with Horizon Forbidden West. So we'll see. But yeah, the new Ratchet and Clank look good. Yeah, it does. The new Ratchet and Clank does look good. And unfortunately, I have to buy a PS5 to play that. But that's not enough. If I had to buy a PS5 to play that and Horizon Forbidden West, then I might get a PS5 earlier. But I don't see myself getting one for 2 years at least. After the price drops down to like $300 or something, and they got a new version out or something like, that's probably when I'll buy one. So, because there's not enough IPs over there that I care about anymore. So that's my problem with getting a Sony box at this point. But Xbox, I don't have that problem. I have all my legacy games. I can bring all my stuff over, not just my last generation, but generations before that, which is great. And I do care about that. I know some people act like that's not a big deal, and that's fine. Maybe it's not to them, but to me, it's a good value. It adds value, the way the Wii added value with GameCube. So that's stuff I care about. Sony screwed me that generation, says Oak City. I'll get an Xbox One X before a Series X. LOL. Well, that's not. I mean, that's not a bad way to go. And they'll be a lot cheaper, and you'll be able to play a lot of the same games. So that's not a bad. That's not a bad idea. I'll send you my gamer tag in the email. Okay. Gamer tag for what? Xbox or PlayStation or both? I'll tell you right now. On I'm not online at all on PlayStation, so and I don't have any plans to be. Okay, Xbox. All right, that's cool. Um, I have 4K TV. It makes so much sense. Yeah, I haven't gotten a 4K TV. I will for Christmas probably. Because I mean, if I'm going to Xbox soon, I'm definitely going to want to utilize it with a TV, so I can, I can actually see all the improvements. So, um, definitely want to get that. T, did you have trouble with the aiming in the demo? What demo? Inglorious. Are you talking about Age of Calamity? Because I barely played it. I just played it a little bit. I didn't want to get into it. Okay, yeah, Age of Calamity. No, I mean I played it enough, and I didn't have any issues. You know, I skipped through because I didn't want to see any story stuff, so I skipped through all the story stuff and just cause I just wanted to get a feel of the game and how it feels. So, but no, I didn't have any problems aiming. You did? The motion control is on automatic in Age of Calamity demo. The gyros felt okay. So I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get enough of a feel of it. I guess the gyros fell off to me for the bow. Okay, so I don't even think I used gyro. So um, that's probably why I didn't get a chance to really get into it. Maybe I'll go back and check it out. I was trying to hold off for the game itself, but that's why I skipped all the story stuff. I'm not going to transfer my save or anything. uh, yeah. So I'm about to get out of here, man. Just got a 4K TV. Black Friday is so loose this year. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna get one before Christmas, probably early December. Yeah, HDR, all that good stuff, all the bells and whistles. I found one for a good price. 48 inch, I think it is. And it's always that price. Now, if it gets cheaper, that's great too. But it's a good price. Um, so we'll see. Definitely gonna get one. I wanna get all the nice visuals, all the good visuals. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because got I finished this way quicker than I thought, and I haven't seen any of the Mandalorian yet. So I'm gonna catch up. I'm glad I can watch it in. I can watch 3 episodes instead of having to wait. Hey T, it's been a while. How are you doing? Says Ring Fit Master. I'm doing great, man. Yeah, it has been a while. I haven't seen you in a while, but I haven't really done live streams in a while consistently. So I'm gonna get back to consistently doing those. You'll see me every week live streaming. Uh, Live streaming like I am here with T Talks and doing my collection and all that good stuff. Ring Fit or Inglorious Bastards new season is great. Cool. I'm gonna check it out tonight for sure. I actually started to watch it last night. What I was watching season 1 and I fell asleep because I was gonna. Whoa, wrong pipe. Because I was going from season one, because I was like on episode 4. I had seen it already, so I was rewatching season 1. Let me put it like that. And I was going to go in from rewatching season 1 to watching the new 3 episodes, and I thought, oh, it's going to be a nice block of Star Wars, but I fell asleep. It was a long week. So I'm going to start from episode 6 and watch of season 1 and watch through to episode 3, I think it's up to now on season 2. So it's going to be like watching a little movie. It's going to be cool. Go enjoy some Mando, I think that's what you're trying to say. I'll be around. Hit me up. Love to talk to you. Thanks, says Oak City. Oshas, I like whatever you do. The voice vids were always fun. Ring Fit Master, I love these collection live streams. My favorite is the GameCube and Saturn ones. Yeah, unfortunately, I can only do them once. Those are my favorites too. GameCube and Saturn, and Dreamcast. I really like the Dreamcast one. I did as well. But we still have Nintendo 64. I'm like, I already have collection videos for N64, so I'm like, should I actually do a complete collection video, or should I, or a live stream, or should I do like highlights? You tell me. You guys tell me, and I'll make a decision. Should I do a straight up N64 live stream? I still have a couple systems left. I haven't done PlayStation yet. And I think when I do PlayStation, I'm going to do all of PlayStation because I don't have a ton of games post or past my original PlayStation collection. I think I have 80 or 90 PS1 games. But PS2 I don't have a ton of, and PS3 and PS4 I don't have a ton of. So I could kind of merge it all together and make one video for that. Man, you could do either. A live stream could be easier for you. No, I already have. What I'm saying, Oak City, I don't know if you know or not, but I already have my N64. I go to my homepage, and you'll see like my playlists, and one of them is my N64 collection. I already did them over a couple of years or something. I did, separate videos. I think there's like 5 videos. And so you can see like me going over my collection, and there's actually for most of them I show clips of the games I'm talking about. So I did that already, so that's why I'm kind of torn on whether should I do a live stream of my N64 collection, even though I already have videos in my playlist of my N64 collection that I did production and editing on. So, Ring Fit, we should do a console war live stream, like Saturn versus N64. We can have fun discussing which console is better based on which games you have. That's cool. I like that idea. That's a very cool idea. So, once I get through, like, all my collections, what do I have left? I have original PlayStation. Like I said, PlayStation. I haven't done any of those. Did I do PSP? I did do PSP. I did do 3DS. So, yeah. So I have original PlayStation. I have. Oh my goodness, I can't remember now. What did I do? Oh, I have original PlayStation. I have OG. I have Xbox. I've done no Xbox. So I still have a couple of consoles left. SNES, I don't really want to do an SNES because I don't have a ton of Super Nintendo games, and I don't have. I have the ones you would expect me to have, and I don't have like a ton of any games outside of like the core Super Nintendo games that everybody knows and loves. So I don't even know if I'll do a Super Nintendo collection video because it's kind of embarrassing. I may have 30 Super Nintendo games, and it's nothing special, I'd watch Xbox stuff. I love that stuff. All right, so I'm definitely doing the Xbox one, but I think I'm gonna merge it together um, with all Xbox. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I may have too many games to do that. I'm not sure. So I'll do Xbox OG through Xbox One. Because let me see, I have 40 or so original Xbox games. About that for 360, so that's 80, and then 35. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I just did 110 games of Wii, so I can get through a uh, complete Xbox collection live stream. I could do that. Um, Instead of getting drunk when I turned 21, I got an Xbox. Inglorious Bastard says, understandable. It's just my favorite console. Which one? The Xbox OG? What's your favorite console? Oh, SNES is your favorite. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of people's favorites. It probably should be my favorite, but N64 is my favorite. But yeah, I don't have. Again, I mean, I can do it. Maybe I'll just merge it with something else. Maybe I'll do SNES and because I don't have any. Well, I have a couple NES games. I'll do SNES and merge it with something. I'll figure it out. Um, I can do it, but just don't have a ton of games. I have a lot of Super Famicom games actually as well. So. LOL, I have 284 original Xbox. Jeez, Oak City. You're a collector. You are a collector. Ring Fit Master, GameCube, and Sega Saturn are my personal favorites. Sorry, T. I love the Saturn more than the N64. LOL. Hey, I can't hate on that, Ring Fit. I can't hate on that because um, I said Saturn could have easily been my favorite console of all time, except I had to disqualify it for the fact that a lot of the games that I love on it are imports. So I had to be fair. I think I was trying to be fair that way, where I had to knock it down a little bit. But it's right there with N64. The thing is with N64 is that it had such revolutionary games, that industry game changing games. So it was hard to put Saturn above it because of that, and also the fact that a lot of Saturn games that I love are imports that I have. There wasn't like games that but I mean, it's it's not. They're still on Saturn, so it's not really unfair to add those games. But yeah, Saturn is number two for me. So if you're wondering what's my second favorite console of all time, Saturn is a close second to the N64, a very close second. Because my first console, my first what do you call it? My first console that I actually owned myself, that that my mom bought and I actually had, was a Sega Genesis. That was my first. I got a Super Nintendo after a Sega Genesis, and I didn't own an NES until you know me personally, like I played NES with my cousins and stuff. We all shared an NES, but like my own NES, I didn't have one until after I got a Super Nintendo. I went back and bought a NES. So my first console out of Super Nintendo, or out of Nintendo and Sega, was a Sega Genesis. But my first console that I ever owned, that my mom bought me for my birthday, the first console that was actually mine, was an Atari 5200, and I owned 4 games for it. And I only ever owned 4 games, and they were Joust, James Bond 007, Pac-Man, and oh my god, was it Blaster Master? I think it was Blaster Master. So those are the 4 games I only owned for that console. I never had anything outside of that for Atari 5200 with that weird controller. It was weird. No, those were good games. They were all good games, and most of them. My mom, she grew up in the arcade. Like I won't say grew up in the arcades, but she was an arcade head, so she played arcade games she loved, like Pac-Man and Joust and all that stuff. So she knew what games to buy. As you can see, I got my Pac-Man shirt on here. I have followers. She knew what games to buy for my Atari 5200. So she bought Joust. She knew that was a good game because she was an arcade gamer herself, and Pac-Man obviously. And that was the first like really good home version of Pac-Man was on the 5200. So before that, you had that really ugly Atari 2600 Pac-Man that was pretty terrible, but it was the best they could do on 2600. But the first like really good arcade looking Pac-Man was 5200, and loved that. And Joust was great as well. Joust is a great game. Blaster Master, and was it Blaster Master? Because I know James Bond 007. It was weird because you were only in the car. You were only in his Aston Martin the whole time, and it was like a car game. It wasn't like, and his car had lasers and missiles coming out of it. It was like a side-scrolling game. So I don't know if I'm just mixing that up in my brain from my young memories or not, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I have to look it up. Actually, I'm gonna go look it up when I get out of here. But yeah, Atari 2600 for the win. Used to play my mom and dad's a lot of Pong. Yeah, see, for me, my uncle was the one who like really got me into gaming because he had everything. He had ColecoVision. He had Atari 2600. He had the Pong machine. Like he was a gamer before that was a thing. I'm talking 70s. And so we would sneak into his room because he lived with my grandmother. So we would sneak into his room when he went to work, and we'd like play out his game systems and stuff. And he hated that. And I told you the story about he got pissed off when we did that one time because we were playing the NES on his TV. It was our NES. Grandma had bought it for like me and my cousins and stuff, and he got mad. And he came home because we just flaked and forgot we left it hooked up to his TV, and he got pissed off, and he took it and he flung it across the street into like a daycare center, like a daycare center across the street with a parking lot, and it was like a fenced in, like a chain link. Is it chain link? Is that what they call them? Chain link fence. And he flung it. I mean, he flung that thing. I'm talking across the sidewalk that was in front of our apartment building, across the street, and then the next sidewalk, and into over the fence into the parking lot for the daycare center. It was a daycare center or a youth center or something like that. I can't remember. But he flung that thing, and immediately, like the top of it popped off. The gray top of the NES popped off. We went over there and got it, hooked it up, played just like it worked just like a charm. Nintendium, it worked perfectly. It still worked fine. It was beat up, but it was made by Nintendo from the 80s, and it still worked. We were super happy about that. But we never, I don't think we went into his room after that. We didn't want to chance it. But Inglorious says, try to do that with a Switch. Yeah, do that with a Switch. Done. That thing is done. You can forget about it. You toss a Switch that distance, I don't know how he got that much distance on that thing. I mean, he had it in his hand and he flung that thing. He was pissed. And he got it across the street into that parking lot. Smash. And I don't know how he did it. To this day, he should have been like a shot put thrower or a discus thrower in the Olympics or something. But yeah, you throw a Switch like that, done. I mean, if he would have just dropped it out the window onto the ground, that thing would have been done. There's no way. But Nintendium was a thing. Nintendo made their products out of Nintendium back then. I mean, you remember, and it's still there. The Gulf War Game Boy that got freaking hit with a IED or something, and it melted, but it still works, and it's in the Nintendo World Store in New York and on display, and it still works. Playing Tetris. They built those freaking systems to last back then. Everything was built to last back then. Not just Nintendo, but like, cars and appliances. They don't build them that way anymore. They want you to want them to break down, and then you come back and buy a new one in a couple of years. But there was a time where companies really cared about, their ingenuity and all that stuff. Have you worked on your new channel? Yes. Which one? Nintendium. I don't know if you missed me talking about Nintendium. I was in a rut for a while. I didn't have the energy to do a channel like that. I put it together and all that, but I didn't have the energy to do it. And here's the thing, man. It's just hard for me. I mean, I work. I have a wife and kids, and it's hard enough to just do stuff for this channel. But what I figured is that I can put out a video a week or a video every 2 weeks on those channels, and even that's really hard to do because I don't want to put out just junk just to throw up on there. And like my movie channel stuff, like I already shot and edited, or I haven't edited it, but I already shot the video for my first Mizzah Tee ATM, and it's for The Crow, my all-time favorite movie. So that's done. I just haven't gotten around to editing the damn thing. And that's the thing. It takes a lot of editing. And, I don't make money on YouTube. So if that was a thing, I could work on it more and be like, all right, well, I can justify pushing that stuff out. But the fact that it takes hours and hours to edit these things the way I want to get them. I shot my first Nintendium video, but I wasn't happy with it. Like I didn't feel like it had the right energy. Inklores, I didn't like it, so I'm gonna have to redo it. But I already shot one video for it. But that happens a lot to me. Like I'm not like these guys. A lot of these guys who can just, they make these videos and they don't edit them. You can see them doing takes inside because they didn't, instead of editing out a bad take, they leave the bad take in the video, and it's just it's weird. So if I'm gonna do Nintendium, I got to do it the right way. Same with my movie channel. If I'm gonna do it the right way. But a lot of it has to do with just time, and I worry that I'm gonna spend so much time on this, and hardly anybody's gonna watch it with the way YouTube works today. So I don't want that to be a thing. If I spend that much time on something, I want people to view it. It's not a money thing. It's just well, I'm putting a lot of work into this, and I would like people to see it. If nobody's watching it, and I don't want to say nobody because that seems a little callous. Because 200, 300 people, that's a lot of people to watch your stuff. But it's with the way YouTube is not working right now for me. I'm not happy with the fact that my channel's not growing, and I'm not getting the engagement that I was getting even a couple years ago. The first year of Switch, 2017, was a good year for my channel, and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell off a cliff. And I was getting 1,000, 1,500 views easily. I was getting regular subscriptions going up, and then it just took a crap. And now I can barely get 400 views. Again, that's a lot of people for anybody, and especially people with 400 views. That's not nothing. You're right, but for the amount of work I have to put into these videos, that's just not enough to justify it. Um, I don't know. I wish I could do it. I mean, I wish I could. I wish I was doing YouTube full time and I can really put. If I was doing YouTube full time, I'd have the best YouTube channel easily. I'm a little biased, but I destroy some of these dudes that you guys watch, that you might think are good channels. I would destroy them, with my skill set. Like it would be no contest. If I could do the stuff that I want to do, that I have ideas for, that I've written down, if I could do that, I would have easily the best YouTube channel out there. But it's just, time and money. So, Oak City, we could destroy together. Yeah, I thought when all the overnight channels popped up for the NX and blew up, I thought for sure you would too. Yeah, I mean, I thought I was starting to blow up. I thought I was starting to get the traction, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I say it all the time. I feel like there's some kind of coding issue with my channel specifically, and maybe other channels as well. Like right now, what am I at? I'm at 4,990 subscribers, right? Before all this was happening, I was at 5,200, I think. I was at 5,200 subscribers. And then all of a sudden, I would lose subscribers in 10 chunks. It would always be 10. So I went from, 5,200, in tens. So that's not natural. Like, that wasn't people naturally leaving my channel. That was something that YouTube was doing themselves. And continue to do. Like right now, I'm at a few days ago, I was at 4,980. Right now, I'm at 4,990. And so, I would have no problem if I knew that people were just naturally unsubscribing or subscribing. But I know that's not a natural thing. There's something wrong with my channel. And that's one of the reasons I actually wanted to start a new channel. To see if I can get out of this weird coding issue I'm in, or whatever's going on with my channel specifically, and get out of it, and maybe I can break out and grow from that. But the problem is I can't live stream. If I start a new channel, I won't be able to live stream. I'll only be able to record the videos. I won't be able to have thumbnails. I lose a lot of my current privileges. So that's the thing that sucks about it. So maybe I'll just, you'll get those things after a while, but I don't know if I'll be able to get those things because there's rules on those things now that weren't there before. Like you have to have a certain amount of views and engagements and all that stuff. So I feel like I'm in a hole, a pit, and I got to get out of it. Let's see. Oak City says I can't get any growth. Yeah, I mean, YouTube, it used to be easier for channels to grow. But now with this whole algorithm-based thing, it just kind of ruined the new freshness of new channels and stuff. So it's unfortunate, man. I don't know what to say. It's probably not going away. They probably like it because they can keep people in these bubbles and lock them in and feed them ads, and that's all they care about instead of letting people and every once in a while they'll feed you some stupid video from 4 or 5 years ago, 10 years ago even, and you're like, why is this in my recommends? Like, it's strange. So year 1 we got 250, no problem. 2 years to get to 550. Yeah, 500. Yeah, I got 500 subscribers in a month of starting my channel. Back in 2013, I got 500 subscribers in a month. Then I got 1,000 within 4 months, and I hit 2,000 by the end of the first year, I think. And I was growing. I was doing well. I didn't need to be crazy exponential growth. As long as I would look and see my subscriptions going up, even 4 or 5 a week, that was great. I was super happy with that. But then, like I said, I don't know what happened to YouTube. It just collapsed after they pulled out Google Plus. I think that was a big part of it. They snatched Google Plus out. I think that really wrecked the coding in this website. They snatched that out, and then they added the algorithm based stuff, and then it was heavy. It was hard treading after that. They got rid of like video responses and all that stuff. I understand why they did that, because some people were trying to just get views just by doing that, just by responding to stuff that they didn't really know about or care about, just to get traction. So a lot of videos were garbage because of that. But I don't know, man. I wish somebody else would come along and get back to what YouTube used to be about, and like start up a channel to compete, and let YouTube have all their commercial garbage, and then let's get back to, because you remember, what was it? Time Magazine Person of the Year was you. It had like a mirror or whatever on the cover, and it was you, because it was about homegrown individual people, content creators, and it's not really about that anymore. You have to have a commercial angle at this point, and it's unfortunate. So, see, we'd be good if we were there. 150 or so videos. You can go watch any of the last stuff. You'd know we're not garbage. That's why I subbed you. Like, I mean, it's, and I talk about that all the time. I come across channels all the time that are similar to yours, Oak City, and it's just like, why don't these people get more views? And they're really good channels, and they're really well produced, and they're doing everything right as far as providing really good content, and they get no traction whatsoever. And I refused to kiss rings. I refuse to go to people that I know that have bigger channels. I refuse to go to them and be like, try to beg them to help get me attention. I can't do that stuff. So it is what it is. Ring Fit. Hey T, for me personally, I'm stuck in a pickle. YouTube has a ton of retro gaming content creators already, and Twitch is an audience that isn't exactly interested in retro gaming. Yeah, I feel you. I don't know. I wish there was a different avenue. I wish there was a different venue, a new upstart to come along. And I thought about it myself, putting the revenue together, getting partners and stuff, and going in, creating a what do you call it? A content, video content based website like YouTube. But it's a lot of work. It ain't easy to do. You got to convince people that it's a good idea to compete against Google, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to convince people to do that. So. But I'm going to get out of here. Go watch my Mando. Got to watch my Mandalorian. Kick back. And I should have another video out tomorrow. And it's about the non-Nintendium Switch. I'll be talking about Joy-Cons and whatnot. So look out for that. We were always for adults. Bleep the F-bomb to make the joke. Perhaps T, there is a solution. I will play retro games on the hub without a shirt on. Yeah, you gotta get really nice. I don't know how you fit, but get real fit, and take your shirt off and play video games. Wear tight fitting, clothing, and sell your bath water and all that good stuff, and see how that goes. I don't know. It's disheartening. It's like talent doesn't matter. Um, I'll hit you up, Oak City. I don't know about tonight. I probably won't be able to do it tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Um, it just seems like talent doesn't matter. Um, Creativity doesn't matter, and that's. I mean, it's just so much bland brand flakes that's making it, and it's disheartening. But yeah, that's it. I'm getting out of here. 20 people are still watching. I appreciate you guys for rocking out with me. Hope you enjoyed my Wii collection live. Maybe you got educated on some games you should check out that you didn't know existed for the Wii. And no shovelware, man. No shovelware in my 100 games. So there you go. Nice collection. Keep doing what you do. And I'll keep watching. Says Inglorious. Thank you. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you, Oak City, for joining. I'll hit you up for sure later on. Oh, my mouse went to sleep. I want to thank everybody that joined. Visor, Adam Phillip, Zeno, Sengetsu. Love that name. Olu TV. Thank you all. Adam, did I say Adam Phillip already? Thank you. Gamer Talk, my homie. Thanks very much for joining. And well, you didn't really say anything. It said something that got retracted. Rocky, yeah, the homie Rocky, yeah. Thank you for joining. And I think that's pretty much it. Video game lover. Hello and goodbye. You're late, man. I'm out of here. Tony, hopping in from Spawncast. How's it going? Sorry, Tony. I'm getting out of here. You're going to have to watch the replay. I usually try not to do these on Saturdays because I know Spawncast is on Saturday and I don't want to compete. So I was going to stream last night, but I did not end up doing Real Talk podcast. So check that out. Have a good night, says Tony. Bye. Thank you. Harui. Ouch. My mistake. All right. I'm glad you guys jumped in. I see there's more people jumping in. I feel terrible. Nintendo fanboy. Hey T, I'm at work, or would have been on early, or I would have been on early. Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, you can catch the replay. You can see the collection there. I'm gonna try not to do Saturdays as far as these streams go. I don't usually do Saturdays, and you guys know I usually do middle of the week or Friday. So, because I know there's bigger podcasts and whatnot out there that do their thing tonight, and I don't want to compete for audience because I lose. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for rocking out with me continuously, and we're gonna see. Hope 2021 is that year. I have a feeling it will be. In many ways, I have professional things I'm working on that are going to be coming to an end, or should I say a beginning. My book that I've been writing for like 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. I'm proofreading it right now, and it'll be done, ready for publishing early next year. I'm working on TV show pitches for streaming services. I'm trying to make some moves, man. I'm trying to make some moves. And there's something about the numbers 1 and 2 that are good luck numbers for me. So maybe 21 will be that. My daughter was born on the 21st of January, so that's 121. Or my son, that's my daughter. My son was born 21st of June. My daughter was born on the 6th, but my best friend's birthday is 112. So there's something about that number combination that's good for me. So I hope, 2021 is a good year for me. It's setting up to be. It'd be great if that was a good year for me on YouTube as well. Maybe that'll happen too. Who knows? But definitely my book sale. The first chapter of my sci-fi epic saga, The Master's Plan, will be dropping next year for sure. So hopefully that's the beginning of good things for me. All right, but I'm out. Babbling on enough. Jonathan Reed, thank you. Good night. Harui, thank you and good night. And everybody else. So let me awkwardly end the stream. Thank you guys and peace.